The fuck is good, y'all? I know I ain't made a video in like a hot minute, but I wanted to get on here and talk about something real quick because it's been on my mind. And I don't give a fuck if anybody else said it. This is mainly for people who are like beginners with manifesting, or they're like just discovering what manifesting is, and they keep saying they're experiencing opposite results or whatever, having all these crazy life events happen. I come to the conclusion that a lot of y'all are just going through your spiritual awakening. You feel me? And I don't say that to say that like you can't change it now that you know like law of assumption or whatever. But some things I honestly feel like you actually do have to learn, and there's certain circumstances and certain situations you're going to be put in for you to learn and for you to grow. There's still an element of spiritual growth within the life that we're living. You feel me? So I don't see everything as an opposite circumstance. I don't see everything as going unfavorably, because when I went through my spiritual awakening, like, what the fuck? When I went through my spiritual awakening, bro, like, I wanted to kill myself. No cap. Like, that shit was fucking crazy. Like, it's just like I woke up one day and everything was different. Like, it was right after a breakup too, just like most people, but this time it was different. Usually I can have a breakup and I'm over that like in 2 weeks max. But I just remember waking up one day and I knew things that I didn't know before. I started questioning things that I didn't question before. Life stopped making so much sense. Finding out that like damn near everything's not what you think it is. You feel me? So many different circumstances I was going through when I went through my spiritual awakening. Like, lost a lot of my friends, or people who I thought were my friends. No longer had the desire to like work a 9 to 5 or like work a job that I hated. No longer had the desire to like chase material things anymore. Like, so a lot of y'all, that mental turmoil or that chaos that you're experiencing in your life right now, I think it's your spiritual awakening, and it's not to scare you. It's just to like let you know everything's gonna be okay. You feel me? Like, I made it to the other side, and there's not only one spiritual awakening. That's another thing. Like, you'll go through multiple. You'll understand. Like, you'll have different levels of understanding. So that's another thing. Even with like some people are like, oh, well, how does this person manifest better than me? And I know some people want to sit here and be like, everyone manifests the same or whatever, but we don't, because some people haven't fully grasped, certain spiritual concepts, damn, little kitty cat almost got ran over. Certain spiritual concepts, certain spiritual understandings that it takes to actively apply like law of assumption, or you feel me? Like, someone who doesn't know, or someone who's a beginner, they're going to have a tough time understanding what it's like to live in your head or live in the 4th, 5th dimension, the things that you say in the spiritual community. So like, yes, you're going to have to go through experiences that help you understand what it means to live in your 4D reality or live in your mind, you feel me? So that you can be better at applying law of assumption or applying manifestation consciously. But yeah, it's 3 minutes. Damn, I look good today though. These affirmations busting. I've been listening to this tape or whatever that I made, which I'm gonna be finishing soon. But that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Like, don't sit there and label every event as an opposite manifestation or things aren't going your way. A lot of y'all are just going through a spiritual awakening, bro. Like, and it's okay. Like, everything's gonna be okay. I promise, bro. And this is coming from someone, like I said, I was depressed as fuck. When I first had my spiritual awakening, I was depressed as fuck. I wanted to unalive myself so bad. Like, shit was crazy. But then it got to a point where things started making more sense. Like, realizing what life really is from different perspectives, and just realizing it's not as bad as what I thought it was. Like, so it's just me encouraging y'all, you feel me, trying to give you a little encouragement that everything's gonna be okay. It's not always the opposite manifestation. If I didn't go through the things that I went through, like dropping out of college, not even wanting to fucking work no more, having a breakup that I had, having all the experiences that I've had, like since I've had my first big spiritual awakening, like in 2018, 2019, then I wouldn't be where I'm at today, you feel me? I wouldn't even be able to help millions of people like I do. So you don't know what that, why that situation has manifested, or why certain, things have manifested in your life sometimes until later down the road. Like, everything is not a bad thing. Everything is not an opposite manifestation. So essentially what I'm helping y'all do, or trying to get y'all to do, is elevate your perspective. Like, even if you can't see the good in it long term, try to see what good could come out of it short term. But a lot of things, at least in my experience, I never really understood it until like sometimes a couple weeks down the road, a couple months down the road, a lot of things, bro, a couple years down the road. I used to be like, bro, why am I going through the most shit? Why am I, bro? Because when I went through my spiritual awakening, I went to jail, I dropped out of college, I moved out of my house, I got my, everything. I experienced everything bad, bro. Like, I used to have to go to Walmart and like finesse shit. I used to steal all the time. Like, bro, I was into so much shit. I experienced the lowest of the lows, like wondering where I was gonna sleep, XYZ, like wondering where my next meal was gonna come from, and then the highest of the highs, all within like 6 months because of a spiritual awakening. Like, so that's why I say that. That's why I say, like, there's good things on the other side of the spiritual awakening. Y'all just gotta understand that, like, everything isn't an opposite manifestation. Everything isn't a bad thing. Like, sometimes, not even sometimes, I really believe it's just perspective. It really is. Like, you don't know what this thing is gonna bring you long term. It's just short term. You're like, why the fuck is this happening? Like, let's say a lot of people, what they experience is like, why did this person have to break up with me? Well, think about it. If this person never broke up with you, you never discovered law of assumption. You never discovered that you can create your reality. You probably never become as confident as you possibly can with manifestation. Sorry, I'm whipping through this parking lot. You never probably become as confident as you possibly can. So it's like, that had to happen for you to discover certain things about yourself, discover certain things about life. If you never got broken up with, you never discovered self-concept. You never discovered that your thoughts create your reality. You probably never manifest all these amazing things in your life. You might have stayed stuck your whole life. You feel me? So pulling into the spot, but damn, I look good today. What the fuck? This is ridiculous. But yeah, it's just to soothe your soul. I hope I'm speaking to somebody's spirit. I hope I'm speaking to somebody's soul when they hear this, like, because that's the point I'm at. I'm not finna sit here and act like everything in my life that happens is just what y'all would call a favorable circumstance. Like, I do have a really good life now, but like, there are things that happen that are unfavorable, but they teach you lessons. And that's where I want a lot of y'all to, like, just be okay. Like, you're not trying to live like this utopian perfect life where literally everything is just great. You feel me? Like, we're spiritual beings going through a spiritual experience. There's still an element of spiritual growth. You feel me? So things happen in life. You feel me? It's just, you gotta try to find the skill or the mental wherewithal to see the positives of it. You feel me? So let me take my ass in this store, man. Y'all want to see outside? Outside? What in the fuck? But yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Hope this helps somebody. I know it helps somebody. I'ma fuck with y'all in the next video. Bitch head nigga.